Welcome everyone to the Braze and Survicate Improving Retention Through Automated Feedback webinar. My name is Maciek and I'm the Digital Customer Success Manager here at Survicate. I'll be your host and presenter today. A little later, Sergey will be joining us for the live demonstration we've got planned for you. And we've also got Mariusz, our software engineer, for the Q&A portion. So full squad today. Today's goal is all about helping you improve customer retention, right? But more specifically, how to do that using our newly launched Braze integration. And while this webinar is dedicated to the Braze integration, these retention strategies are not exclusive to it, meaning they can also apply to your favorite CRM as well. So feel free to take advantage of that today. First up, housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded as we speak. So, of course, you'll be receiving a copy of that at the probably tomorrow. If you've got questions during, feel free to write them in the chat. We'll be collecting those and, of course, answering them at the end. And remember that during the Q&A, Mariusz will also be joining us, which is a real treat because he'll be able to answer any technical questions you may have pertaining to the Braze integration. So do not miss out on that. All right, so first up, here's the rundown. I'll present you with a customer retention overview, right? Outlining some of the challenges that marketers face today and how they could solve those challenges, right? To build on that, Sergey will join us with a live demonstration of how you can use Braze with Survicate to increase retention with actual use case examples. So be sure to stick around for that. And last but not least, our Q&A, which is 15 minutes. So get your questions in there. If anything pops up, write it in the chat, even right now. Anything pops up, we'll be collecting those and answering those later. All right. We all know it. We all see it. Today, more than ever, competition is getting more fierce by the minute, and with that, customer expectations are getting even higher, right? Rightfully so, many would say. So retaining customers has become paramount for long-term success. Today, it's all about cultivating meaningful relationships that drive loyalty, advocacy, and revenue, of course, right? Retention is revenue. There's no other way to put it, and no business will survive without it. Mm, Acquiring new customers can be up to 5 times more expensive than retaining existing ones, right? Some of you may be already familiar with this statistic. It's a good one. We love sharing it. It's an important one, right? Basically, to keep up with the demand of today's super busy and hyper connected world, you'll need to go above and beyond to stand out and keep your customers engaged and coming back for more, right? This is why we're here today to help you with that. And yeah, to get my point across a little better here, how about we start with a little story? So first up, meet Sally. She's a marketing manager at OptiManage Problem Solver. It's a cutting-edge CRM platform known for creative solutions for their customers. And just recently, the company noticed a gradual decline in their customer retention rate, right? Particularly among their small and mid-sized business clients. So customers aren't as happy as Sally and her colleagues originally thought, right? So she's been tasked with, and I quote here, to do something about it, right? As her boss put it. Uh, Sally needs to find out why their customers aren't happy and improve customer retention based on this information. So there's some challenges she's got to face, right? First up, understanding customer needs. Customer retention is dropping, and Sally's first challenge is to gain a deeper understanding of her customer base. So she'll want to gather in depth data on that. So, customer behavior, feedback, and even their usage patterns. This will be a stepping stone in the right direction, right? So, the question becomes how will Sally do this? And of course, luckily, Sally has Survicate at her disposal. Yes. Allowing her to effortlessly collect data through surveys using different distribution channels. Awesome. The next challenge she may face is Sally will want to personalize the customer experience. The goal is to provide and tailor marketing efforts to meet customer needs and preferences, right? So that they are only met with relevant information. That way, you're not wasting time and resources, but able to speak to their needs and pain points at every stage, right? All responses uh, will shoot straight to Braze as customer user attributes, meaning she can start to build dynamic profiles for each customer, as well as creating the grounds for creating personalized campaigns. And something important to note here, as information is flowing in from Survicate, for example, the segmentation in Braze adapts to that. So ensuring that the targeting is always based on the most up-to-date information. Awesome. Another challenge, right? Competitive edge, right? Pertain part of retaining customers is ensuring that your business stays ahead of the competition. So Sally needs to keep a close eye on the evolving landscape of CRM solutions and understanding what features or services competitors are offering, right? The task here is simple: stay informed and ready to adapt. And well, it will be up to Sally to implement relevant surveys to help her gather that information. For example, when customers churn, Sally will make sure to also send out churn reason survey, right? Yeah, so as you can see, Sally has got some hefty challenges ahead of her. Luckily for her, she'll be leveraging the power of Braze and Survicate to tackle all of this, which will play a vital role in fighting and increasing customer retention. Okay, so with these challenges laid out and a glimpse of how she'll be tackling it, it is safe to say that Sally's looking to implement a customer feedback program of sorts, if you haven't caught on, right? All with the help of Braze and Survicate, of course. She's going to launch surveys at different customer lifecycle stages. That's the key to accessing valuable insights and evolving customer needs. So let's go over this plan in detail. This will set the stage for the demonstration that Sergey will present in a minute. Okay, so to help you visualize all this a little better, here's a diagram, right? We all love them. We love diagrams. So when customers sign up for OptiManage Problem Solver, as you can see here, Sally will use the sign up survey to start gathering information and add responses straight to Braze database, which will contain important questions, right? Such as what business goals are you looking to accomplish with us? And that will segment them accordingly and enter them into a personalized onboarding campaign. You can get a better idea of how maybe one of these surveys looks like. This is a sign up survey, I believe. During the demonstration, Sergey will actually run through how the survey looks like so you can get a better idea of how she's creating this and all this other wonderful stuff. So, also from the perspective of Braze, how these responses are going into that. So, okay, going back to our diagram, the second part of her plan, Sally will send an onboarding satisfaction survey to gauge the initial experience of new customers, right? This will allow her to identify early challenges and concerns and address them promptly when needed. The insights gathered will inform improvements to the onboarding process itself, right? So leading to smoother transitions, right? Higher retention rates and increased long-term customer loyalty. Basically, the more refined the onboarding, the better. Okay. And because Sally also knows that she needs to gather feedback at every stage of the customer journey, the plan here is to send out an NPS survey on a quarterly basis, giving her a chance to collect even more feedback to work with. So whether it's good or bad, right? Now, if you look at the diagram again, you'll notice that depending on the scores of this NPS, right, whether it's positive or negative, uh, the customers will be segmented into the appropriate group. So promoters, meaning people who score 9 to 10, they're happy and more likely to advocate for your brand. That's why Sally decided that she'll also include them in a loyalty program campaign. Detractors don't get left behind. Don't worry. Remember, all feedback is crucial to helping you grow. So, and also improve that retention, right? And in this case, uh, detractors, they're the least enthusiastic about your product, right? Which means you're using the NPS surveys to identify at-risk clients, which means you get to act on that immediately as well by notifying your support team, for example. But yeah, Sergey will go into detail of how that looks. But yeah, uh, this is how it's looking. I think I've done my share of the talking. I think it's time to get to the good stuff. So Sergey will now demonstrate all of this in action using Braze integration with Survicate. Take it away, Sergey.
Hi everyone, my name is Sergey and I'm a product manager at Survicate. I'm here to show you how Sally brings this story to life to help you visualize all this better. Sally will be taking full advantage of the multi-channel capabilities of Survicate, meaning she will be using a web survey as well as an email survey. However, it is also possible to use mobile app surveys, but we will be touching on the web and email surveys today. First, we will talk about the sign-up survey. and setting up personalized onboarding campaigns based on survey responses. Then we will talk about running email surveys in Braze. I will show you the example over an NPS survey. And we'll also see how to trigger automated campaigns and notifications based on survey responses. Okay, let's begin with our sign up website survey and see what it looks like in Survicate. On the left side, you can see I have added questions of different types, and we have many questions typed to choose from. You can see the list when adding new question by clicking this Add New Question button. And this survey was created with Sally's company in mind, meaning I changed the colors in design section to reflect that. Here you can change the survey colors, add your own brand logo, and also use CSS to modify the survey look even more, like for example changing the font or size of the survey model. As this is the web survey, we can display it on a website or a web app. You just need to install our tracking code only once, and the rest of the modifications to the survey are made in Survicate panel, where we are currently at. Now let's move on to the Target tab. Here we define when and where to show the survey, as well as the audience we should see the survey. In Sally's case, the survey should be triggered when someone signs up to the product. That's why we need to make a survey appear after a specific event. In this case, it's called sign up completed. And you can pass custom events via our tracking code installed on your website and use them to trigger the survey based on events. Now we move to the Connect tab and find Braze integration. On the left side, we select the questions and answers for which we want to pass to Braze. And on the right, you'll need to write down the name of a user field in Braze where the answer will go. In this case, Sally wants to select the question about the business goals and want the answer to go to the business goals field in Braze. You can write down any user field name here. If it doesn't exist in Braze yet, we will automatically create it for you. And let's answer our sign up survey on the website. I'll submit the survey. In the business goals, I will select lower churn, for example. And the survey is submitted. Now we can go to Braze and check the user profile of the respondent. Here is our respondent, and under custom attributes, you see our business goals attribute with the answer. Sally can also build an automated onboarding campaign based on her survey responses. For example, here is an email campaign that she created, personalized onboarding campaign, and the delivery type would be action-based, and we select trigger, change custom attribute business goals to any new value. This way, the campaign will be sent as soon as the user answers the needed question. Going back to the diagram, as you can see, the next use cases would be onboarding satisfaction and quarterly NPS. Since these are similar, today I will be covering the quarterly NPS part. This survey will be sent in an email, and an important thing to note here would be that Survicate surveys can also be sent directly from Braze. Here is our NPS email survey with questions added, and we can go straight to the Connect tab. In the Connect tab, the setup process works the same way. We have selected questions and Braze user fields where the answers should go. In the Share tab, we can copy the survey link that you can place on a CTA button, for example, or we can use HTML to embed it into the email. In Responses Identification section, we select Braze from the list. This way, when the survey is sent from Braze, Survicate will automatically identify the respondent, showing his name and email address. Then in Braze, Sally has placed the HTML to the NPS 2024 campaign. Go to Schedule Delivery, and when it comes to the conditions under which we want to send this campaign, in Schedule Delivery we need to select Send at a designated time, Send monthly with recurrence 3, so that it's sent every 3 months. Then in Target Audience, under Additional Filters, we select Custom Event. Sally is using Sign Up Completed event, and it should occur exactly one time. The campaign then reaches the respondents, and when they give a positive answer, Sally wants to engage them into loyalty program campaign that we will send to promoters. Let's submit a response. Back to Braze. Here is the campaign, action-based delivery, and send this campaign to users whose NPS 2024 attribute changes to 9 to 10 promoters. All right, what about the negative feedback now? Sally wants to have a support request created if the respondents give negative score, and she uses Survicate's email notification feature located in the Connect tab. So we will find email notifications and custom notification. Here you can set up an email with the response to be sent straight to your support team. So we'll provide an email address of this team. This is an example. And select conditions when the notification should be sent. And that way they'll be able to act on this kind of feedback right away. So question would be our NPS and value would be from 0 to 4. And once you get in the rhythm and start collecting responses, Sally will of course want to analyze the data, which she can easily do using the Survicate Analyze tab. Here she will get an overview of how things are going, starting at the top, as you can see here with how many responses she got. Okay, so we see she has 75 responses. Great, that's enough for us to work with here. Of course, you can see the overtime analysis, and the more we scroll down, the more data we see. Now I wanted to talk you briefly about an AI text analysis that we have. You can see all the individual responses here, but we also have something called AI topics, as you can see here. So the goal of this feature is to basically allow you to analyze open text responses easier. And the AI looks at all of our text responses, and from there, feedback is assigned to corresponding topics. In this example, and through the analysis of these 75 responses, and we can see that the AI has created 10 topics based around these responses. So we took the respondents' answers and based on their context, divided them into 10 different topics. As you can see here, we've got topics of product information enhancement, customer communication, product discovery, and many more. The best part is you can click into each one individually to take a closer look. Essentially, AI Topics is all about getting insights from collected responses in a fast and efficient way, and that's what we are looking for here. And it's a great way to take all of that fabulous qualitative data that you will be gathering with the surveys that you're putting out, and of course, from there, you can act on it to start helping you improve that customer retention. One thing before I forget, you can also build custom dashboards based on responses to help you further analyze your answers as well in Braze, so do take advantage of that. And that's all from my side. I think we are about ready to head on over to the Q&A section.
All right. Thank you, Sergey, for the demonstration. And while Mariusz will be joining us here in a little bit, let me just pull up some slides. I wanted to quickly handle some written in questions first, so bear with me. Let me just find my awesome slides. Here we go. Okay, I see Mariusz is already with us, and so is Sergey. Hello, everybody. Okay, so let's do the first question. Comes from Rob. And the question is, can you distribute other types of surveys other than email via Braze? And the answer, of course, is yes. Just as we demonstrated today, right during Sally's story, she used website surveys as well as email, but you can also, in product, on a website, through your mobile app, through a link, or even, I believe you can also do using Intercom Messenger as well. So it's a lot of ways to distribute your surveys. So thank you for that question, Rob. Let's go to the next question. I love this question. Two-way int. Yes, this is a great question. No messing around, right? Just straight to it. Two-way int. The answer is yes. Braze is a two-way integration, which means the data is flowing in both directions. So thank you, Vicky, for this one-of-a-kind question. Let's see. We got our last written in question, which is okay. This one maybe Mariusz can help us with this one. This question comes from Martha, and it is: are there plans to improve the Braze integration? Mariusz, you can take care of this one.
Yeah, so certainly. So right now we are focused on gathering feedback to better understand the needs and expectation. And based on that feedback, we are be planning the further enhancements and developing new features. So feel free to reach Sergey to give feedback, and we develop it probably in the future.
There we go.
We are looking for good feedback on that, so feel free to contact us, and we will be making it better for you.
Perfect. There we go. All right, let's see. Okay, from the looks of it, it looks like that is all the questions we have for today. So we're about ready to wrap this up. Thank you. Maybe you have a question that comes up later or something. You can still reach out to us, right? To our wonderful support team on our website, and they'll help you out for sure. So be sure to take advantage of that. With that, thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. Thank you, Sergey, for that detailed and in-depth demonstration. Thank you, Mariusz, for joining us for today's Q&A. You're a wizard. And of course, thank you, Agnieszka, who's behind the scenes there, moderating today's chat as well. If you enjoyed this webinar, we've got awesome news, right? There's more webinars coming, so be sure to check that out on our webinar directory. There you'll get a chance to see the previous webinars as well, so check that out. But yeah, from my side, thank you everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your week.
And thank you, Maciej, for hosting this webinar.
You got it. All right, everyone. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.